Greetings, everyone on YouTube and the ASMR community. Um, this is ASMR Reviews. I've decided to make this channel um, to perhaps fill a void that I was certainly looking for and was interested to see if anyone else was interested in this as well. I've been listening to ASMR for a long time. I guess I've been listening ever since the beginning of the community. You know, it's kind of crazy to see how it has grown. And I can remember even when the term ASMR first um, was used to describe, what this is. So in that time, I know I have certainly realized that I enjoy videos that are focused more on long rambles, or just the person talking, I guess is really what it is. I don't expect this video to be very long, but also I enjoy discussion and I enjoy topics pertaining to pop culture. So I decided to try to bridge the two and would have a channel dedicated to reviewing various things from pop culture. I will be focusing mainly on movies, TV shows, music, and video games. This first review will be about the new Mass Effect game, Mass Effect Andromeda. I've been a fan of the series for a few years now. I started playing the series after the third game came out, but I fell in love with the series and I played through all three of the games multiple times. So as a result, I was very excited about this next installment. Leading up to the release of the game, I was a little worried, as there's been a very strong anti-BioWare and kind of anti-Mass Effect movement going on the internet, and there have been a lot of people really dogging the game even before it came out. So I waited a little bit before I bought it, but once I did, I definitely played through it fairly quickly. I find this game to be very good. I mean, I think it's on par with the rest of the series. I would consider maybe Mass Effect 2 as the best of the series, and this one would probably be right under that. To start off, the game is massive. It's absolutely massive. It's much bigger than any other Mass Effect game. What's great about it is that it really allows the player to kind of decide how they want to approach playing the game. I would say the other games were a bit more linear than this game is. But to review the specific aspects of the game, starting with gameplay, I think the gameplay is great. The new combat system is awesome. It's definitely faster paced than it had been in the past, but I think it works really well. The inclusion of the jump jet into this game really frees the player up to approach various fights differently. Also, I like the skills and how they did the skills in this game. It's a little bit overwhelming at first, but after a while, you certainly get a better handle on how you need to approach them. And I think it did a really good job having different profiles and being able to switch between different abilities throughout the fight. At times, it can be really helpful if you could tell that your current abilities weren't really working. So as far as the gameplay goes, I think they did a great job with that. Next, I'll talk about the story. I think the story is really good. I don't think the story is quite as good as, say, Mass Effect 1. I think the first game really grabs your attention. the revelation of the Reapers. I won't say that there's any huge revelation in this game that really um, changes anything. I don't know. But overall, I still think the story is good. It's very engaging. What's cool about it is that in the original trilogy, you were a decorated soldier who was making his way through this universe that had already been established. But in this game, what's awesome is that it's really up to you to establish the world. For fans of the series, you are the people who go to the first relay. You are the pioneers. So getting the opportunity to lay the foundation for a new galactic civilization uh, is awesome, and I think it's really awesome to get to be on this side of it. Like I said, because in the original trilogy, um, everything had already been kind of set, and you were operating within this set parameter. So I think story is good. Next, for characters, I don't think there are any characters in this game that could match, say, a Liara or a Garrus. But that's okay. I don't think any of the characters are bad, and they definitely grow on you as the game goes on. I mean, I finished the game now, and I definitely am curious to see where these characters go in the next game, and I'm excited to see where they go. Um, and that's what you want out of characters, even if they're not the greatest characters of all time. If you care about them at all, and if you want to, see what happens to them, then they've done their job. Um, the writing's not, the best, but the Mass Effect series has never had the best writing. I don't know that, in my opinion, the series has always had certain lines that were kind of cheesy or something like that, but that kind of adds to the charm of the series, in my opinion. And so, also with this game being so massive, I mean, I think it's double the amount of lines that were in Mass Effect 3. And so, as a result, not every line is going to be a top-notch, it's going to be top-notch quality, but overall, I think the dialogue is good. And I enjoyed the new dialogue options. I felt like they were definitely more natural. And something I personally find with a lot of games with dialogue options is what the character actually says versus the option that you click are sometimes very, very different, and sometimes they can be a bit misleading. Whereas with this game, I think the dialogue options, they really allow you to say what you want to say, which I think is great. I think puts this game above a lot of other games as far as that goes. There are various tech issues that many people talked about before the game was released and even after the game was released. My personal experience is I didn't really experience anything that was game breaking or that really took me out of the game. There were definitely some tech issues. A couple times the character would kind of freeze in place for a couple seconds, but it would always, go away and I could resume playing. As far as facial animations, no, they're not great, but they've never been great. So it's not really anything worth complaining about, even though if you look on the internet, that's the main thing that people seem to be focusing on. It's kind of goofy. Everyone loves the Bethesda games, Skyrim and Fallout. And neither of those games have great facial animations, which just proves that facial animations do not make or break a game. So as a result, I don't think the facial animations make or break this game by any means. They're very easy to ignore, and like I said, if I still enjoyed it very much. So overall, if I had to have a sort of a rating system, I would say that this game is if we had 10 stars, then I would say this game is a solid 8 out of 10, perhaps. Certainly not perfect, but thoroughly enjoyable, and I think is on par with the rest of the Mass Effect series, and it laid a great foundation to a new series, within this universe, and I'm excited to go back and play it through a second time. And I'm also excited to go back and, I'm excited to see the next installment, which I know is a few years away. So that's it for my review. My first video. I'm certainly open to any suggestions or, any critiques. I will try to upload maybe 3 or 4 videos within this first week. So yeah, subscribe if you enjoy it. Comment below with your thoughts, and you'll hear from me again soon.